Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Mike. Hope you're doing great and having a wonderful day. So I'm gonna do my Tag Tuesday video, but it's Wednesday, so I'm a day late. Better late than never. I seen this tag twice actually. The first time I seen it was on JJ's channel. She tagged me, and then I was also tagged by Stephanie over at Books and Blessings. So this was an original tag created by Duncan at Back Away from the Donkey, and that's a hilarious hilarious channel name. So the title of this tag is called Filmtastic February, and I'm just going to read you what Duncan put in his description of the tag. It says, Filmtastic February is a fun reading event that is all about reading film fiction and film nonfiction. Annie at Obscure Book Adventures is the host, and Roy at Roy Reads Anything and I, Duncan, they're co-hosts. And then it says, dust off those film-related books, as February is their chance to shine. So this one has 9 prompts, with the 10th one being to tag people. And I just thought this was pretty fun. Now, I'm not a movie buff. I don't watch a lot of TV and movies and anymore, really. So I really had to think hard on this one. But I found a mix of some movies and books that I'm going to show on this. So, excuse me. Seems like every time I turn on the camera, I just get something in my throat. All right, so the first prompt is, your first memory of seeing a film at the pictures or cinema. I'm sure that I have seen something before this. I don't remember ever going to, we call it the theater. I don't ever remember going to the theaters as a kid. I really don't. I have no memory of that. So this would have been later in life, after I was 18. And I'm sure I've seen a movie before this in the theater, but this is the one I remember the most. My wife and I went and seen this, and you're probably gonna laugh. This was in 2008. It just came out. My wife had read the books of all these and was just, in love with it. And that's Twilight. I'm old enough. We watched these in theaters. So my wife actually has all the books, and I was gonna go dig them out of storage for this video, but I didn't, because that's a lot of work. And I'm pretty sure the books she has are first editions, because she bought them when they first released, which I know this is still super popular. And it kind of ebbs and flows, kind of like Harry Potter, but so that's the first one. The second prompt is a book about film. It can be behind the scenes, an autobiography, a work of fiction that includes film as the main subject. So this book, I'm gonna choose The Big Bang Theory. It's the definitive inside story of the epic hit series. Again, I'm not a huge TV movie person. I do watch stuff, sure, but I'm not, huge into it. Oh, Gracie made her appearance, Patrick, before the end of the video, but so The Big Bang Theory. And this is just a behind the scenes of the TV series or sitcom, whatever you want to call it. I've never watched a TV series from start to finish except for this. I've watched every episode, every season, all the way through. I just get bored with TV series, and that's why I don't read series, because I get bored with it. And I don't know, that's why I like single novels. It's kind of quick, beginning, middle, and end. There's a closure, that kind of thing. So the third prompt is a novelization or a tie-in book. So this one, The Goonies, and these are all DVDs. Some of these are DVDs, some of these are Blu-rays, but The Goonies. This is an okay movie. I mean, it's not the best, but for its time, it was good. I thought maybe it had one of those paper things on the inside, but it doesn't. But that's that. That's the third prompt. Fourth prompt and sadly I don't have an answer for this one, but I'm going to read it, is a film about writing or writers. I don't have anything. I don't have any films that I can think of. So I'm going to skip that one. Number 5 is a film that brings back fond memories. Well, I couldn't just pick one, of course, because I had to go overboard like I always do. So I've got 6. And most of these are from, I've mentioned this before. I've got 2 children. One, I have a son, he's the oldest. He's grown and out of the house. And then I have a daughter that's still young enough, she's still in the house. But some of these were from when my son was growing up and he was still at the house. You know, we'd watch these all the time. First one is Ice Age. This one's got all of them in it, but Ice Age, classic. Still love this movie, even as an adult. The next one is Open Season. Again, this has got all 4. I love all these movies, but Open Season. This one, because, again, I've said that I have a dry sense of humor, and this is a very dry sense of humor movie. I love it. It's hilarious. Rango. This is just a cute movie. And it's Johnny Depp. Is it Johnny Depp? Yeah, Johnny Depp. He's the voice of Rango. It's just hilarious. And then I got 3 more. These are when I was a kid. Well, a kid and like teenager. Casper, classic. Remember the Titans. This was when I would have been a teenager, about high school age, a little after high school. This one's good. And then the last one, I couldn't believe I still had this last one. And if you are my age or older, late 30s or older, maybe, I don't know, you're gonna laugh at this. This is The Fox and the Hound, Walt Disney classic, but this is not a DVD, kids. This is a VHS. If you don't know what this is, I feel bad. I'm sorry, but Google it. Look it up. The Fox and the Hound. This is what we, you know, back in the movie days time where you go to the movie store, you rent a movie, whatever. This was from my childhood. This one right here from my childhood. I've had this for, you know, ever, but Fox and the Hound. I love this. My wife hates it because it's so sad in the end, you know, for that reason, but I love this movie. It's just a classic. Cute. So there's that. Next one is a film that made you want to read the book. So for me, Jurassic Park. Now, sad to say, I have not read the book yet, but it makes me want to read the book. That's the first one, Jurassic Park. The next prompt is a book that made you want to watch the film. For me, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Well, I picked this up. I didn't really think I was going to like it. It was really good. And I'm very critical because I'm a book nerd about the movies, you know, the adaptation of the movies from the books. But surprisingly, the movie on this was super close to the book. It was really, really good. You know, of course, they've always got to cut some stuff out, and, you know, because if they made a movie page by page, it'd be 2 days long or something, you know. But so that's that one. The next one is a book that, nope, the next one right here. Where we got? Oh no, I had another one on that. I'm sorry. Yeah, a book that made you want to watch the film. So the first one was that. The second one, The Hobbit. Reading this. Now, sadly, I watched the movie way before this, but this kind of ties in because if this is super close, and I've got both. This is The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. That's the first one. And then The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Nope, this is the first one. I lied. This is the second one. Some of these questions I had to do some internet search because I didn't know. Like this next one, Number 8, films based on a book or a story that bear no resemblance to the source. I had no idea on this because I don't know a lot about movies and stuff. So I did a little, research, and apparently they made a movie, and so the film based on the book is The Count of Monte Cristo. I didn't know it, but I guess they made a movie on it, and I was reading it, and the reviews I was looking at, they said that it's kind of close to the book, but like the last half, 3/4 is completely different from the book. So who knew? I didn't. And then prompt number 9 is to recommend 5 films. So let me grab my 5 films here that I had. So the five movies, films that I'm going to recommend. Going to go back to that old classic. And if you've seen these, I'm sure you have, but Jurassic Park, I would recommend that. Men in Black, this just happens to be the trilogy, but the Men in Black. The next one, this is called The Town. It's starring Ben Affleck and a few other people. So Ben Affleck, I can't remember this guy's name, but this guy and this guy, they've been in a lot of movies, and then these two have also been in some movies, but not as much as the rest. But that's a good action, and I'm not really into action movies anymore. I'm getting older, my taste have changed. And then number 4 and 5, they go together, and these are probably my favorite movies, or a few of my favorite movies of all time. I wish they'd make a third of this, but I doubt it. And that's going to be the Sherlock Holmes, number 1 and number 2. I just love these movies. I love that time period in history. I'm trying to get the back, and I just love these movies. And he also played Iron Man. Great, amazing. But those are the 9 prompts. So prompt number 10 is to tag people, and again, I'm going to tag everybody that I'm subscribed to. And I know that JJ has already done this, and I'm not sure who else has done it. So if you've already done it, don't do it again, obviously. But I'm just going to throw everybody in the description. And but that's it, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.